small business, there's a perk you can provide that will end up saving you thousands if you're willing to offer it. Welcome to Small Business Mornings. I'm your host, Pat Miller, the Idea Coach. Also on today's show, Amazon is getting serious about using drones for delivery. It's time we put holidays on easy mode. And our question of the day. Now, this one really made me think. If you could time travel, would you go forward or backward? Think about that. Would you go into the future or would you go back and see some amazing event in our past? It's Monday morning. You know what? Let's have some fun. This is Small Business Mornings. It's a daily live stream at 9 a.m. for solopreneurs and small business owners. It's powered by the Idea Collective small business community. We bring entrepreneurs together and provide the support and resources they need to succeed. The mission is simple. Don't grow it alone. There's a new feature on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, before I get into the first story, there's a new feature on YouTube. So we broadcast on YouTube. It's the preferred platform. It's the best place to watch it. And what you should do is you should subscribe to the show. If you click subscribe, you'll get notified whenever I go live. And the cool feature, and I don't even know if this works, you'll have to tell me if this actually works. But if YouTube hears me live streaming say, you should subscribe to the show, supposedly a little button now pops up that says, hey, click here to subscribe. I don't know if it dances, but so when I ask you, hey, you should subscribe to the show, let me know if that little button popped up, because now I want to know. And of course, please subscribe to the show, because that is a good thing. The other thing you should do is say good morning in the chat, just like the lovely wife product, Abby Miller. Good morning, friend. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And you need to let me know that you're watching as well. Let's get some help around here. If you're growing and you want to get somebody on your team to help you scale, you may be thinking, maybe I should get a real-ass employee. Because a lot of us have been using contractors and VAs, and maybe it's time for our first full-time equivalent. You know what I mean? Like, it's time to get a real employee. And if we could wave a magic wand, we would just have this amazing employee show up every day, ready to crush it for us at our office. I have an office, and here comes Bob, and he comes in and does his job, and Bob goes home. That'd be great, right? But that's not where the trend is going, and you can probably feel this. In-person equivalents, like people that come to the office and work in your office, is becoming harder and harder to acquire, because coming into work is pretty darn unpopular. How unpopular? A new survey says American workers would take a $4,000 to $6,000 pay cut just to get to work from home. And I think it could be even more than that. If you work from home already, good morning, Geck and Sarah, you know that working at home is awesome. It's a total no-brainer. But if you want an office and you want a team member, it's a little bit of a curveball. Because if you're going to have a remote employee, it's a totally different way of managing people. So if you want a full-time equivalent and you're willing to offer work from home, you'll save a little bit of money because people will work from home for less. But managing a remote employee it can suck. I was going to think of a real professional word. No, it just kind of sucks. And it sucks because communication with a remote employee is it's not as advanced as it should be. Let's go through it. Directing email work is just a nightmare, because email is a nightmare, because they're like these independent Post-it notes on one giant wall. Hey, did you see the thing I sent you? You have to stare at the wall and look through all the Post-it notes and say, oh yeah, I got it right over here. But this Post-it note doesn't talk to this Post-it note. The attachments didn't come through. Spam blocked the thing, and you wonder why they didn't get it done. Email management is absolutely the worst. So then someone came up with the idea of, no, we'll create a non-email tool called Slack, and we'll just chat with each other back and forth. Oh my God. Like, no. Slack is like the school bus, because each separate channel is a separate conversation, and not every employee or contractor is in the same channel. They're in different rows of the school bus. And what were you saying? What were you saying? What was that? And the notifications didn't go off, and the Google Drive didn't link, and can you share the doc? And just, no, it's not better. Okay, we're not going to use email. We're not going to use Slack. I'll manage my remote employee by a daily stand-up Zoom meeting. Oh, for F's sake. How about I give you $5,000 more when you come in the office? How about that? How about Bob walks in? Hi, Bob. In fact, I would be willing to tell Bob, you're going to work 4 days a week. I'll pay you for 40. You work 4. Work 30 hours a week. Don't care, but you got to come in. I would think that would be better. Because we all know what happens at home, right? You know. If you work from home, you know. PJ pants, eat from home whenever you feel like it. No commute. You work less. You're working on personal projects. I mean, I'm putting every day. Like, I do this and then I go over and I putt for a half hour because I can. I got to pick up the kids. Showers, they're optional. The boss isn't going to walk in on me. And you know the other thing that we are on to you with? Now, if you are a remote employee, I want to tell you on behalf of Big Boss everywhere, we're on to you with scheduled emails. Don't think that we don't know. Oh, 8 a.m. precisely. I just got an email from contractor. They're up early working hard. No, you're not. You thought you were slick. You thought we didn't know about scheduled emails. We know about scheduled emails, and they're awesome. So if you're comfortable with adding an employee, do it, but make sure you're ready to manage them remotely, because managing people remotely can be a nightmare for sure. Let's talk about drones. When you're walking through the neighborhood, I was walking through the neighborhood and I saw a drone. Like, oh, wow, look, a drone. It's kind of like, oh, hey, kids, an eagle. Like, they're still novel, right? When you see a drone, I'm not a drone person. And when you see them, it's kind of cool. Is that a UFO? Is that a drone? Oh, it's a drone. Oh, okay, it's a drone. But soon, drones are going to make our skies like Interstate 94. You know, the trucks, Interstate 94. There are going to be more drones overhead soon, because companies are figuring out we can use a little bit bigger drone and slap some payload onto it and zoom our stuff from point A to point B pretty darn quick. And it makes total sense. Think about the inefficiency that comes if you're a pizza delivery place. And you know Domino's will be the first one that does this. Take the big old drone, take the pizza, stick it into the pizza box drone. You go boop, boop, boop. This is Pat's address. Zit. Drone. Right to you. Drone lands, take the pizza out. They put green peppers on it instead of green olives. I'm divorced. Okay, thank you, Domino's. Have a nice life. Zit, flies away. Isn't that going to be great? Because we've all adopted on-demand delivery. Amazon's going to take 2 days? That's how quickly we expect things to get here. And speaking of Amazon, they're now using drones. In College Station, Texas, Amazon is now using drones to deliver medications, and they're getting to their patients within 1 hour of ordering. Think how great that is. A convenient, delivery service for meds if you were homebound or elderly. and you don't want to like go to Walgreens and stand in line, which just makes you sicker. Not really, but it just feels, ugh. No. Press a button, drugs come. In fact, I was goofing around with this segment to get ready, and I thought, you know what? I could rewrite this headline to showcase the power of what language can do. Texas drug dealers are using drones to dope up the elderly. No, I didn't. But soon they're going to be here. And if you're in the product delivery business, it's going to be a thing for sure. And it won't be long. This will be the next big thing as far as delivering stuff to us. And I want to put it out in the universe. Should we manifest this? I want drone karma to come to Starbucks. That's what I want. That, yes. Yes. Boop. I want to be able to press a button and have a pumpkin spice latte flown to my door. And isn't that the most American thing you can think of? So we're going to bastardize Italian coffee culture. We're going to make a traditional drink like 700 calories and 25 ounces too big. We're then going to have a multi-billion-dollar company fly 700 calories I don't need right to my door, all because I'm too fat and lazy to drive to the coffee shop. America. So true. All right, Sarah Deacon says, have you seen the videos of the delivery robots being robbed by people? Not sure it's going to be a thing just yet. Oh, that's true, Sarah, until the drones can defend themselves. When the drones have frickin' laser beams, that will stop soon. Thanks for checking in. If you're just joining us, this is Small Business Mornings. It's a daily live stream at 9 a.m. Central for solopreneurs and small business owners, powered by the Idea Collective community. We bring entrepreneurs together to provide the support and resources they need to succeed. The mission is simple. Don't grow it alone. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you click subscribe. That way you'll know every day at 9 a.m. Central when I go live. Laura says it's almost better than Star Trek. Earl Grey hot delivered to me. Yes, please. That's what I would like. Thank you for checking in, Laura. We have a business we're trying to run. We got plenty of stuff to do. Just think of all this stuff. We got 10 days of stuff in a 7-day week. Too much. And coming up soon, we will have Halloween. We will have Thanksgiving. We will have the holidays in December. And we'll have New Year's Eve. And when you think about all of that time and all of that stuff that we have to do, we go through way too much trouble. And I think we as small business owners need to innovate some efficiencies here. If you've been the one in charge of holiday, pick whichever one you want. Have you ever experienced where you work like crazy? I've been spending all week doing the stuff. And then the thing happens. It lasts about 3 minutes and then everybody moves on. Oh, thanks, Mom. Right? That's about all you get. Thanks, Mom. How come efficiency isn't a part of our holiday life too? And I'm motivated to talk about this because my favorite holiday and the best holiday, and there is no debate on this, Thanksgiving is coming. And I kind of forgot to invite my family. I'm out on a walk yesterday. And I'm talking to Mom. And Thanksgiving came up. And she kind of said, are you guys still hosting this year? Like all gingerly. Like, yes, Mom, of course. You want to come, right? Well, I was waiting I didn't want to. Oh my gosh. So on the to-do list today, if you're hosting Thanksgiving, would you call your mother, please? Because I forgot. And we kind of have to tell people if we're going to do these things. And when you're doing small business stuff, it's easy to forget about people. So yes, Mom and Dad, you're invited to Thanksgiving. My goodness. But speaking of Thanksgiving, have you ever outsourced your Thanksgiving dinner? Bought it from a grocery store or a restaurant? If you haven't, I'm going to sell you on it because it's awesome. Now, if your knee-jerk reaction is tradition, no, you must be miserable for 2 weeks before Thanksgiving or it won't taste the same. Calm down, Betty Crocker, okay? Seriously. You need to know how good it is to outsource Thanksgiving. It is awesome. Because if you're in charge of outsourcing Thanksgiving, let me present an alternative universe to you. Like, if you have to make Thanksgiving, I'll present an alternative universe for you. The traditional route, you know how long that takes, and you know how much it costs, and you know how much you stress about it. Or today, by noon, you could go to the website of the nice grocery store in town, and you know which one it is in your town, and you boop, click a button, and you spend $200, and it's done. Look at this. This is the nice grocery store in town. Look at this. Big ass turkey, your choice of potatoes, vegetables, dressing, relish, gravy, rolls, and a 9-inch pumpkin pie. $189.99, 0 minutes thinking or stressing. Now, this would be some next level, like, influencer stuff if I was sponsored by the Thanksgiving store. I'm not. This is me just telling you about this alternate universe that exists. No dishes, no shopping, no planning, no recipes, no runs, no hits, no errors. And we did this one year, and I forget why. I think Abby might have been sick. I don't remember. But the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, you drive up to the store, and they put the bags in your car, and that's it. And you're done. When you think of all the things that we outsource as small business owners and all the ways that we try and find ourselves an additional 10 minutes, we don't think about this? If you're the one in charge of doing the Thanksgiving? Because here's the rest of the alternative day. Instead of getting up at 4 a.m. and putting the turkey in and doing the this and doing the that and carving it and all the other stuff, your Thanksgiving day looks like this. You sleep in till 8 o'clock. You wake up and have Baileys in your coffee. You watch the parade. Oh, the parade. There's Snoopy flying away. You watch all the football. And you may eat a better meal than you would have. I'll just let you determine that. But the food's pretty darn good. I mean, Abby's Thanksgiving dinner is pretty damn good. But pretty damn good and don't have to do any work. That's pretty good. And it's startling how easy and convenient this is. And you may not realize it, but we're already doing this around other holidays. On the 4th of July, most of us go someplace else to watch people blow things up. We don't. I don't. On Christmas, we drive through the fancy neighborhood to see all their lights. I haven't hung a light on my house ever. And on Thanksgiving, it should be one call, that's all, food. I'm telling you. And then there's one, like the news story that got me into this. The whole thing is Popeye's chicken is getting into the game. So this is your last piece of persuasion about why you should outsource your Thanksgiving meal. Popeye's Chicken is offering their Cajun style pre-cooked turkey with all the seasonings, $99. Now that's probably a ripoff, but it's going to happen. Last piece of persuasion. By doing this, you will maximize your wine to work ratio. And who doesn't want that? Plus, you'll make Thanksgiving weekend a 4-day break. For every time you log on LinkedIn and you hear people talking about the boss mode, power move, CEO life, outsource it. Just do it. I'm telling you. It's incredible. One other piece of laziness around the holidays. If you're sitting here right now thinking, oh man, I got a Halloween party to go to. I don't want to do a costume. What am I going to do? I saw a story about lazy Halloween costumes, about trendy ones that I thought, these are pretty good. You know, the guys that like, they don't do the makeup and they don't like miss an arm or anything. Like they just show up with like a sign on their chest or something. And it's, ha 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 ha, okay, you have a costume, right? And yes, Barbara, everyone's hungry now. You're right. The two things that were on this news story about simple Halloween costumes. One is to go as the 2024 election, because that's terrifying for sure. But the other one, and this one is great, wear like a suit, like I'd wear a suit, and I'd have a sign on me that just says 8% home mortgage. Good Lord. Nightmare juice. How about we do our meme of the day from your friend, the photographer, and an amazing Thanksgiving chef, Abby Miller from Stories Frame Photography and the director of meme of today's show. She's in charge of getting us some good memes to share. And this may fit if you are feeling lazy for a Monday. Every day I wake up and begin the 16-hour process of getting ready for bed. Yeah. Doesn't that feel like it? It does feel like it. That's exactly right for Monday morning. Thank you. All right. Oh, Abby's all mad now. We've not outsourced Thanksgiving. I thought we did this one year. Oh my God. She's going to come down here and kick my ass. I thought we did. Oh my God. I forgot. And yes, I am hungry. Delivery Starbucks, pre-made Thanksgiving. And Barbara says, yes, we're all hungry now. Yes, for sure. Okay. And then Barbara has our lazy Thanksgiving costume. I have the ultimate lazy costume. I wear my hunting clothes every year. That's true, right? Then you're a hunter. It's pretty simple. Okay, let's do our question of the day, the Idea Collective Community question of the day. It's a pretty good one. And I want you to answer this question. I want you to really think about this question because I read it and thought, that could be fun. If you could time travel, but you could only go one way, would you go forward into the future or backward into the past? Which way would you go? What are you more curious to see? What we might become or some of the amazing moments in history? I want you to answer that question, type it into the chat, and let me know what you think. Stephanie Kern says that she would go backward. Now, I want to know what you would go backwards to see. So if you're going to go backwards, tell us what you want to go see. If you want to go forwards, tell us why you want to go forward. But let's talk about backward for a second. Whoa! They're signing the Declaration of Independence. Wow. That's amazing. Or, whoa, Da Vinci's workshop. Oh my God. Pretty amazing. But when you go backward, you're going to get the real story on how we lived. Like, filthy. No electricity. No chargers. Where's the Wi-Fi? Hey, Da Vinci, what's the Wi-Fi password here? Right? Not going to happen. Not to mention, you'd have no transportation. So you go to Italy to see Da Vinci, right? You're like, okay, well, now I'm going to go to Rome or London and see what's going on there. And they're going to go, what's London? Or What's an airplane? Can you ride a horse? No, no, I can't. And bathrooms. Now, for the record, in Europe, bathrooms are still like way behind the bathroom technology of the planet. Like European bathrooms are not, Europe does a lot of stuff well. Bathrooms is not one of them. There wouldn't even be showers. So I don't know if going backwards is really for me. Oh, and here's an even deeper thought question. This question becomes way more complicated because if you can only go one direction, that means you can't come back. That is deep thought. Let's pretend you can come back as well. But that's a good point there. And Stephanie says why she wants to go backwards. Egyptian times, it fascinates me. Good one. Okay. And let's see. Barbara wants to go forward. And EB, hello, EB. Good morning, my friend. I would go forward and understand where fundamentalism is taking us. Whoa! EB's dropping the knowledge this morning. So let's talk about going forward. If we go forward, we would see where the future takes us. We would say, I don't know, we cured all the diseases and we live forever. Wow. And we achieved human harmony and coexistence. And this is the greatest entertainment that's ever, aliens. Wow, cool. Like, it's this amazing paradise because we've solved all the world's problems. I would imagine if you go far enough into the future, that's what it would be. But sitting in the little space pod, you're ready to time travel. Let's go to 2097. Beep, boop, 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 boop. You get to 2097, you open the door, and it's a radioactive hellscape. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I guess I don't need a 401k. Woohoo! Like, you would know. You would know. And the present would get a hell of a lot better, wouldn't it? So maybe going forward is a better idea than going backwards. And Sarah Deacon says, you could just go back to like the 1980s. Sarah, I lived through the 1980s. You got to rewind cassettes. You get 3 channels on TV. Newspapers, like you're literally reading yesterday's news. Oh, no, you don't want to go back. MTV was pretty cool. I got to admit, MTV was pretty cool. But that's about, yeah. I did have hair in the 80s, though. Okay. This is Small Business Mornings. It is our daily meeting for small business owners. I'm Pat Miller, the Idea Coach. If you're watching us on YouTube, please click subscribe and let us know that you're watching, because that way you'll get notified when we go live daily at 9 a.m. Central. And I put inside my name title on the show that we're like 17 days away from the Idea Collective Small Business Conference happening at the Grand Geneva Resort. And the conference is going to be here right before you know it. And we have until Thursday, I think it is, to book the hotel rooms if you want to stay with us at the 4-star resort at the Grand Geneva. We've been talking with Marcus Lemonis, our keynote speaker. We've been talking with Megan Riley, one of our other keynotes. We've been working on our workshops, and we've been cooking up all the fun and goodness that's going to happen around the conference. If you're walking by yourself on your small business journey, in 17 days, that could be over, because you could come hang out with our community and learn what you don't know and find the people that you're missing to build your small business and take it to the next level. Click the QR code that's on the screen, grab a ticket before the conference gets here. It's so much fun. It's almost like a family reunion. I'm telling you, the Small Business Conference is the thing to do. Don't let it pass you by, because the day after the conference, you're going to see all of the pictures on social, and you are going to have the worst case of FOMO that ever FOMO'd. I'm Pat Miller, the Idea Coach. Thank you for tuning in. this morning. We just kind of had a day to goof around and talk about stuff. Really not a lot of business stuff today, but definitely a fun conversation. I'm glad you could join us. We'll be back on the air tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the web's exclusive stream for solopreneurs and small business owners. I'm Pat Miller.